How many conferences have you been to where some speaker somewhere in the program says, you need to grade your clients, A's, B's, C's, and D's, and you think, great, but how? You're going to find out how in this edition of the Bissett Bullet. So, welcome back. Hope you've been enjoying the previous episodes. This show is brought to you by Free Agent, especially if you're in the UK, and For Impact Data, especially if you're in the US, and you're going to find out more about those later on in the show. But for now, let's look at grading. And if you're a regular viewer of this show, you will know we do this in 2 parts in 10 minutes. So in the first part, the idea, the concept, the theory, and so on. And the second part, the reality, the practical solutions. So here we go. Why do so many speakers tell you, the accounting firm owner, to grade your clients? Why do they want you to do that? Well, typically, for many, many years, certainly a lot longer than I've been around, and I've been around 27 of those in this profession, they have been speakers who have been working with accounting firms, who have been diagnosing issues within accounting firms, and only to find out that the accounting firm is typically low in profitability comparative to other professional service firms, and because the partners, the most expensive people in the practice, are spending their time on the least profitable work, and there is no distinction made between whether we should work on this client or that client. It's whatever the urgency is, wherever the need is in that day. And yeah, things have become a lot more sophisticated in the intervening years, but it's still the case that if I go into any high 6-figure, low 7-figure firm, and say, show me your clients as they are graded A, B, C, and D, and what criteria you used for that. Maybe 1 in 50, I'm being kind, I think, maybe 1 in 100 firms could actually do that for me. And most of us, we just get on with things. We just do whatever's in front of us that day. And hey, it hasn't served you too badly, has it? It's done okay. So why would you look to do this grading thing? Well, because hopefully you're interested in evolution and progress and development. And if you are, great, I got a solution for you. And if you're not, you're watching this because, I don't know. So let's take a look at why we grade. We grade to create priority, first of all. We grade also to suggest where opportunity beyond our current scope of work exists in the greatest likelihood or the greatest probability of additional work being found. When we look at capacity issues and looking at if we did have to lose clients and if we did have to get rid, then who? Well, that would be, again, a grading exercise to look at where our C's and D's are and see if they have a potential to become A's and B's. And if they don't, should we continue to service them? Should they be partner looked after? Should they go to someone else? So a lot of different decisions within an accounting firm at any given time can benefit from having a grading system on your clients. Now, because of this, it comes up in conferences every now and again, not as commonly as it used to, because there are more urgent messages being put out in conferences these days, because this is a discipline you can implement at any given time, really, but still relevant, still useful, and if you use it right, still profitable for you as well. So, when you are grading your clients, you can do A, B, C, D if you want. You can do gold, silver, bronze, worse if you want. You can do it whatever you want it to be. It's not so much following someone's prescription. It's more important that you actually do it your own way that tells you what you want to know and gives you the opportunity that you want to create through doing it. So, despite all that, many, many times, a practice will come to me and say, yeah, okay, Martin, that's great. Thank you for not pushing something on us. We get to do it our own way. That's wonderful. But could you tell us exactly what to do, please? Well, I'll give you a guideline. How about that? I'll show you the simplest grading method I know. And you might take a look at that and say, well, that's not the one we want to use, but it will give you a starting point to build the one that you want to use. If that sounds good to you, let's do that. But first, let's hear from our sponsors. If you're in the UK and you're an accountant in practice, why not try some accounting software you'll love? Nail the daily admin, see your cash flow 90 days ahead, and soar through self-assessment with direct filing to HMRC. Try Free Agent. They have 50% off the first 6 months right now, and you can find that at freeagent.com. That's freeagent.com. Free Agent. Accounting software you'll love. If you're an accountant in North America, did you know that 4ID Business Guidance System monitors, predicts, and recommends course corrections for your business? It's designed to empower business leaders and advisors by combining the codified wisdom of successful entrepreneurs with artificial intelligence. So the software learns from thousands of companies' data, and they provide affordable, actionable guidance that can be implemented in your business in not days, not weeks, not months, hours. Change the odds, get further faster. Use 4Impact Data for your clients in your firm. Find them at 4, that's the number 4, 4impactdata.com. That's 4impactdata.com. And thank you to both Free Agent and 4Impact Data for making this show possible. Right, you ready for your grading system? The easiest, simplest grading system you will ever find, yeah? Here we go. 5 component parts to this. When we are evaluating an existing client or a new potential client, no matter where that source comes from, it could be a referral, it could be one we're trying to proactively win, doesn't matter. But whenever we're deciding whether they are an A, B, C, D, or worse than that, then I have 5 criteria for you to use as a starting point, after which you can change that if you want to. So number 1, is this piece of work, opportunity, new client win, whatever, is that the right fee? The sort of fee that's at the right level of profitability for you, the sort of fee that's your current average fee or higher, is that a good fee? Or is it a bit of cheap work that we're thinking about taking on just to fill up somebody's time in the back office? Is it a good fee? That's question 1. Question 2, location. In the digital age, doesn't really matter where your clients are these days, but still, a lot of practitioners have a preference for being able to look after a close-knit conurbation of clients. And so a lot of firms factor into their consideration, where is the client if I have to go and see them? How close to me are they? So, geography as number 2. As number 3, scope. The sort of work that they're asking you to do, can you deliver this? Is this in your wheelhouse? Is this going to require you to get some help from some other firm? Is this you blagging it? British term there, blagging it. Meaning you say you can do the work and you have no idea whether you can or not. Okay, so is this scope of work easy or comfortable or realistic for your firm to deliver? That's the 3rd one. Okay so far? Right. 4th one, people. Is this client the sort of people or person that you'd like to work with? The people that don't complain about the fact that you charged for this and charged for that and charged for the other. That don't complain about the fact that you haven't answered their question within the first 5 minutes of them asking it. That sort of thing. The people who might open doors for you elsewhere, who might give you testimonials or case studies. Good clients, fun clients, enjoyable clients. The right kind of people. That's number 4. And number 5, the one that scares us all, capacity. Do we have the capacity? Okay, so an earlier one was scope. Am I technically able to deliver this? This one is, have I got the room, the bandwidth to deliver this? And that's your number 5. Okay, so in no particular order, because I don't remember which order I did them in, but here they are again. Is it the right fee, the right people, the right geography, the right scope, and the right capacity for you? Can you handle all those things? And if this piece of client work or this new client engagement scores all 5 of those, there is your grade A client. It's got everything. Now, here comes the simple bit. Are you ready for the really simple bit? Take away any one of those, scope, fee, people, capacity, whichever you want. Take away any one of those. 4 out of 5, it's a grade B. If it's got 2 missing, it's a grade C. You get the general idea here. If it's got 3 missing, it's a grade D. If it's got 4 out of the 5 you want missing, that's even worse, isn't it? So those 5 criteria are the ones that I would use, and the ones I see most commonly used, and the ones I advise firms to use, which is why I'm doing this right now. It doesn't have to be those 5 though. You might have a more preferable 5-stage criteria, in which case replace it with yours, but keep the 5. Because then you know that missing any 1 goes down to a B, missing any 2 goes down to a C, and so on. And there's a really simplistic, time-saving way of grading your clients quickly, accurately, and to give you an immediate look as to how your portfolio bears out. What percentage are A's, what percentage are B's, what are C's, what are D's, and what are worse. And that hopefully will give you food for thought for what you choose to go after in terms of winning work, and exactly what you say yes and no to when it comes in. You got that? Great. In that case, I can leave you alone now. So, I will see you on the next bullet. Thank you very much for being with me on this one. And thank you, as always, to Free Agent and 4Impact Data for making the show possible. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.